Hello, this is Victor at throttle.com. Here is another throttle body. This is for Jack in Texas. This is a non-ASR unit. So before I actually fixed wiring and cleaned it, I checked the coil because non-ASR units, as you can see, they open without being energized. Now, the coils go bad on these quite often actually. So I checked the coil before I fixed it, and the coil held on fine, so I leave it be. And then I proceeded. So basically, wires were completely gone. They were shorting everywhere. It came with this little linkage. You don't need to send the unit with linkage, but if it is, I put a little bit of grease in there just to have some white lithium grease right there. It cleaned up nice, actually very nicely. I was surprised as well, as I just did another throttle body that also cleaned up very good. Usually you have etching, but because it's Texas car, I assume that's the reason, because usually Northeast cars, they have lots of etching inside aluminum, so you can't get them out. They just leave them, just similar to that brim right there. So this one is clean. This is another side. Even the gasket is in pretty good shape. If you want to, you can reuse it actually. But that's the reason I left it in place. The plate is clean. That's the etching I'm talking about. But this is very minimum, and I don't want to repolish it. I don't want to scratch the surface, so I leave it. Let it be. Now inside, it was relatively clean as well. So I cleaned it a little more, lubricated the unit, and now it's basically ready for activation. It's been tested for 3 days, so it's working fine. Now the only thing that I can show you is a humming sound that's coming from the unit, because again it activates mechanically even with no power, as you can see. So if it's energized or not, it will do the same exact thing. So number one is we need to know the micro switch. If it switches on and off, right here you hear a clicking. This is a good sign, so the switch is good. Now, activation, as you see, I can push this plate to close further when it's off, when it's not energized. So if you look at it, I can close it fairly far. Now, when it's energized, I won't be able to do so because the electric motor and gears and all that will keep plate at preset opening. So let's demonstrate that, and you will also hear that humming sound and buzzing noise, sort of electric sound. So here's the power, here's our noise, okay, and the plate. Now, as you can see, I can't really close it. If I force it really hard, then I can trip limp mode, but obviously that's never gonna happen in the vehicle. Nobody's gonna stick a screwdriver in there and try to close it or push it with fingers. So for that reason, I can say this unit is working well. As you can see, it jumps back, and I'm putting force on it, don't get me wrong. So this is basically all. The unit is ready to go, and again I tested it vigorously. I had it on the bench, I heated it up, I put it in the freezer and the whole nine. So it works. So I can be certain that it works now. It works, and it will work, because non-ASR units are always iffy, so you have to always be careful what you're doing here. Not only just swap the wires and be done with it, but internals are very important. Okay, so this is basically all. This is Victor at throttle.com. Thanks for watching.